Presented by Quick Trip's Quality Gasoline Guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
The gang is all here, 9 to noon, ready to go. Billy Schmidt, John Kuhn, good morning. Welcome, boys, to the first day of school. Sports Radio edition. It's the Tuesday after Labor Day. Football is upon us.
I forgot my sign. I'm sorry.
Don't make fun of my kid's sign.
Oh, it's not just your kid. Calm down, Nancy. It's
Oh,
everybody's.
my God.
You already didn't have a
Billy,
sign this year.
Billy,
Wow.
Billy,
What?
Billy, you got something going on my brain. We should all do signs.
First day of school.
As adults,
Oh,
first day of
I don't wanna do
sports
that.
radio school.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be ...
Brian Butch.
You know, we
Yeah.
could fill it out with whatever we
Sid
want
Miller.
because it feels like the first day of school. Kuhn, did you get your kiddos on the bus today?
No, they went to school last week.
They did. Okay. So you've already been through this up there. All right.
Yep.
How
Mhm.
was it for you?
It was good. I mean, I've done first day of school now 4 years in a row. So it's great.
Kind of over it?
But no, I'm not over it because you only get 13 of them with each kid, kindergarten through 12, and then they're gone. So you got to embrace each and every one, and realize even when you hit the middle stages, because the beginning years are fantastic because they're the first couple years you're doing this. Then the last couple ones are spectacular because you're like, I only have 3 more. I only have 2 more. This is my last one. But then you got to remember to embrace the middle years, right? Grades 3, 4, all the way up
Like the
to
middle
9th
kid,
grade.
yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if
Are
don't do it,
are the kids over it? Are the kids like, oh, Dad? Like, or are they still okay with you
No.
making a pseudo big deal of it, or mom making a
this
pseudo
is the
big
best
deal?
part. They still make a big deal of the first day of school. It's the 4th day of school that they hate.
That they hate.
The 4th day of school is
course.
like, been down this road 3 days in a row. Don't love it anymore. Get me out of this damn
I
school.
was gonna say, how long does it take for them to tire of school? 4 days is the answer, huh?
4 days
That's
is the answer
over-under.
because you know what comes after day
It's not even
4?
bad.
Labor Day weekend, and then they get a 3-day weekend, and they get a little taste of what summer was for 90 days. Now they got to go back to school again. Hey, do not like it.
That's why
You guys
school
not,
should
though.
not start before Labor Day. I'm a firm believer in it. Let kids have it all the way till Labor Day.
agree. I agree. And speaking of things you firmly believe in, did you see? I forget who we got into this with. I think Josh was with Heller about the Friday night games now in college,
Yes.
and about, hey man, Friday nights is for high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the only one that believes that. Did you see the Indiana coach
Tom
say
Allen,
firmly?
Tom Allen, yeah.
Yeah, he
Tom
said,
Allen, yeah.
yeah.
Actually, a decent
Tomboy.
coach, by the way.
Come on, Tom
Oh,
Allen.
Tom Allen.
So, where are you guys when it comes to Friday night football?
Well, I'll start. Absolutely should be for high school football, not only just for them to have the day, also for the coaches to be able to do some recruiting. I mean, that's another important day for 12 to 14 Friday nights. If you're really in on a kid, if you're there on the sidelines for a game that you are telling and talking to them about each and every week when you're having a weekly call-in, check-in with them, that does a whole lot for it. So I think that's the frustrating part for me, not only just to let the high schoolers have their time, but also let the coaches be able to go and use that Friday night for what it is, which is a big recruiting night.
All right, Kuhn, round the horn. Friday night college football, where do you stand?
If we lived in a perfect world, Friday's high school, Saturday's college, Sunday is NFL with one game on Monday. But as we'll see this week, we'll have games on Thursday, both NFL and high school. We'll have high school and college on Friday. We'll have college on Saturday, NFL Sunday, and then 2 NFL games on Monday. It's absolutely bonkers.
So
Now
it sounds like you're saying because the perfect world doesn't exist, ollie oxen free, to hell with it. Do what you
Football.
do whatever you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're
Football,
of that
football,
mind.
football.
Okay. All right, Butchie, where are you?
I'm a little torn on Friday night being just for high school because I do know throughout the state of Wisconsin there is a shortage of referees. So they need to actually have games on Wednesdays and Thursdays to make sure that they have enough of them to cover the games. They can't all be on a Friday. I do know that is true in this state. So I'm a little torn because
So
what
you're
about
torn.
that team? Yeah, well, what
Okay.
about the team that played
they
on
should
Wednesday?
be on Fridays.
They should be, but they
okay.
they should be.
Billy is a strong
it's-
advocate for a lot of good football reasons for keeping Fridays clean for high school. Kuhn is like, the world's gone to hell in a handbasket, so what does it matter? You're torn. Josh, where are you?
You don't mess with tradition. And football has always been high school on Fridays, so just leave it.
I'm a red line guy. This is a red line issue in society. I'm drawing a red line around Fridays in high school football. I'm not even that big on, quote, high school football. Didn't have kids who played it, whatever. But I don't want to give up that ground. We need to draw a red line around this. It's like shorts in church. That's a red line thing. If you can't put on pants to go to church, get out.
Now, hold on just a minute. That is a whole nother. Okay, we're wearing shorts in
You
our
wear
favorite
shorts
Packers
in
jersey.
church?
If it, wear the good Packers
to me,
jersey,
that's a red line
as KB
issue.
would say.
Oh yeah,
You're not wearing your crummy Rodgers jersey. No, go put on your nice one
Put on your nice
you got
one.
last year. You're embarrassing me
Make sure
in
the
front of
numbers
the
are shown in.
Kaczynskis. They saw you last week, and I had to hear about it.
Make sure you get the right number.
Let me hear from Tom Allen on this.
There's no off day this week. Monday's usually our off day. We'll practice on Monday because of our Friday game. So, but you know how I feel about Friday night games. That's not a decision that we make. That comes straight from the Big Ten. So if anyone wants to complain about that, don't talk to me. Okay. And so that's Friday night football is for high school football. Bottom line. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face until I'm
Sounds
blue
blue in the face.
Yeah,
Till my
sounds
voice,
like
I'll say it till my voice is trashed. Coach, your
That's
voice
because
is
he had a
already
chance
trashed.
against Ohio State. They
Already
just
had
couldn't get it done, but they had a
Friday
heck
night
of a game.
football is for high school football.
Okay, there you go. By the way, I like Tom Allen. Football coach.
Cool.
Hard not to like Tom Allen.
Yeah.
Hard not to like
Oh,
Tom Allen.
Tommy Allen.
Yep, Tom Allen.
He's now the second most interesting man in
he
college
related
football
to Tim?
behind Biff Poggi.
Biff is got to be the number one guy right now, right? I mean, Mike
epic.
Elko had a heck of a night there at Duke last night, but you got a long way to go if you're going to try to trump the dude that's still rocking that cutoff. And I do believe him, Zabe. Into November, he's going to be rocking that thing there on the sideline.
I want to see.
Well,
it.
we've already
Biff
looked ahead.
Biff Poggi's fun. The biggest thing in college football right now as a coach is Deion Sanders.
Right, I
Let's
was
not
gonna
mistake
say.
anything. Let's not make any.
Yeah, we
mistakes
talked
Don't
a
get it
lot about
twisted.
yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I was nuts.
Yeah. I know you guys are going to talk about it. You were off yesterday. We talked about it a good bit yesterday for the show. Nobody listened to because it was Labor Day. But anyway, it was a good show.
We
You should
still
go
did
check
the
it out.
show,
on
yeah.
It was
the
a great show.
Wait,
It was a great
Great
show.
show.
show yesterday?
Lovely show.
If
talk about fantasy
Deion fashions an unbelievable season from 1-11, the Ashes of 1-11. Let's say he goes 10-2. Let's say they beat SC. You're shaking your head, Billy, like this.
I don't think
impossible.
that's the case.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
just gonna
stretch.
say. Let's just say 6 wins. Even 6 wins.
Get to
Go
a
ahead,
bowl
finish
game,
it.
and then we're talking.
Okay. I'm a believer. I guess Deion has cowed me into believing, I suppose.
Well, his next win doubles the win total from last year. So hey, that's 100% increase.
Hashtag improvement.
What did they not do against TCU that you think is going to be a problem all year long?
510 yards of offense. That's kind of tough to replicate every week.
Yeah, I
Lot
think their
of
offensive
throwing.
line played much better than anybody would have anticipated they would. And it's not like you're running through SEC teams there in the Big 12 defensively. But at some point, I don't know that they're going to be able to run the ball like they did against TCU once teams get a little bit of look at what exactly they're doing. They were
Fair
legitimately, guys, the worst FBS team last year.
Yeah. Not
They
even
lost
close.
their game by an average of 28 points. So,
But because he brought in 87 guys,
Mhm.
it's literally new team who dis.
totally.
Like last year doesn't even matter. It's whole new team.
Well, and their coordinators they brought in are really good as well. I mean, you look at that, like he's made the investment. They found a way to get it done, but can they keep doing it? I think that's the question.
Okay, forget the record. Let's say he has a really good season, winning season, bowl game, and it's like, wow, people are going to want to try to replicate it because it's copycat world, copycat league, copycat college, but they can't replicate it because there's only one Deion.
Amen.
Deion has a force of dynamism that is impossible to overstate, in my opinion. I'm sounding like a Deion stan right now, but
Yeah, you
I guess I kind of am.
I couldn't
kind
agree
of
with you
are. I
more.
was just gonna say, Zay, we did the show yesterday. Like you kind of are, and that's not a bad thing.
There's
Deion
worse guys to hit
Sanders-
your wagon too.
Deion Sanders, when he played, was ridiculous. Like would cripple half of an offense every time he got out there. You couldn't throw against him. And he's a two-sport player who played baseball and once dumped a bucket of water on Tim McCarver's head.
Which was favorite moment.
You're a real man, Deion. Okay.
What were you going to do,
Has
Tim
he-
McCarver? Nothing. Not
Has
a
he
damn
made-
thing.
Right. Has he made missteps along the way? Of course. The whole Deion Football Academy thing was sort of a precursor to BS High. Remember that whole Deion Academy thing? It was like,
Those usually
really a
work out. Players
school.
do
What's
those.
going on here? He was great on NFL Network. I didn't like it when, he left there. He briefly was at Barstool and he had a plan. He's like, I'm going to go wherever they'll hire me as a coach. And that happened to be an HBCU. He did the best he could there with a pretty messed up situation from what I read. And then he wasn't getting a lot of offers besides Colorado, right? How many other schools said, we'll take you, Deion, as a coach?
I don't know that a ton were fully in, right? Like they would have him, but they weren't going to have everything that he brought along with him, which
Auburn was in that conversation, right? But I don't think
Auburn was in the
had-
conversation. They kind of kicked the tires, but a lot of schools, Billy, they were like, I don't know, man. He's got a YouTube channel and he's outspoken and he's going to instantly install his son as quarterback. The old school football ways were like,
Yeah. Let's go get Hugh Freeze, who was calling prostitutes on the school phone. That's the old school football way. Good idea.
Hugh
Let's do
Freeze,
it.
who coached a game from his hospital bed, wheeled into the spots.
Hashtag football life.
Just think about that. All that you just said, and to the point of you being a Deion stan right now, I kind of am as well, because for all that you laid out, why would he not succeed here? Right? Why would this be the venture that he was not going to be successful in? Because he's done it everywhere else he's been, and every other walk of life that he's partaken in, he has been a winner at. So, I mean, I'm fascinated.
Matt
to
Rule
see,
said that earlier or yesterday.
Yeah, like I'm fascinated to see how
Matt
long
Rule
he continues doing
Matt
it.
Rule's
after
already
Sugar's
buttering
done.
him up, huh? Fattening
Sure
frogs
is.
to feed the
why would he
snakes,
not
as the
have
saying
success?
goes.
He's had success in everything that he's done. Why would he not?
Matt Rule is crapping his pants right now. He's like, oh God, how are we going to stop these guys?
I like Matt Rule. He seems like a nice little guy that you could hang on out with at the campfire. He'd throw a couple back with you. Watch Friday night high school football, Saturday college football, and then Sunday NFL.
Would he join your fantasy league?
Probably would.
Okay.
Probably would. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, here we are, Coon.
What?
Shots!
Here we are.
What? I'm just trying to, get a better idea.
Look at the
Matt
poker
Rule.
face
He
on
said, "Here we
John
are."
Coon right now. It's amazing. Well, here we are. We have room for you still in the fantasy league.
Okay.
Must have lost connection.
I think that means he's
Lost
in.
connection.
I think he means he's in.
Wow. You can drive a truck through that silence there, that awkward silence. We have room and we'll take you all the way up until 7:59:59.
Schneidman's
Central
in,
Daylight
correct?
Time. Schneidman has relented, Coon. He's in.
What about
Broke
Doug?
his own rule.
Doug's in.
That makes
Doug's
16.
in, hasn't yet signed up, but he's
We're going to cut
verbally
Doug
committed.
now that he's verbally committed.
No, we can have
We're gonna cut
17
Doug.
teams.
You
You can have 17 teams.
You can
18
have
week season.
17. Yeah. He is, as they say in college recruiting, a solid verbal. Doug Russell. We got a solid verbal on Doug Russell. Huh? Coon?
Yeah.
I'm solid too. I'm
Yeah,
solid
Zane's
too.
trying
No.
to. He's trying to get a prime. He's trying to flip you. He's just all he's trying to do. We don't
even have a hat on that table at the recruiting signing, right? I mean, like
All
that's
you're
the
asking
issue.
for is a
We
chance.
don't even have a hat there right now.
But Billy, the hat could be on the desk. We don't know that.
Fair, true.
Yes.
He could have a
It could
shirt
be
that
a
says
surprise.
Pull the
97
mascot
through
somewhere.
The times have
League.
changed.
There could be a mascot. 97 through the game.
Which would be
mascot
Armin.
that's coming out of
Which would
nowhere.
be Armin. No, Armin is the
But it
official
would be
mascot.
Armin popping up. He's not under the desk. I
I'm
can't.
waiting for Armin underneath the desk.
Don't make it weird.
Armin under the desk.
Don't say
So that
that.
sounds like a no.
Don't
Yeah.
do that. Don't make it weird.
There's
That's-
still a
all
chance.
I don't like that.
All right. So, boys, what are you
fine.
going to get into on this first day of the school year for sports radio?
hope
So
fantasy.
much out there.
Yeah, you can talk fantasy
So
for an hour.
much.
Fantasy draft.
Fantasy draft, yeah, we're going to discuss it and then run through everyone's picks tomorrow. But no,
Okay.
what game on the Packers schedule are you most excited for?
Oh, Wow.
It's fair.
I mean, the Chiefs game at home is the highest ticket price game right now on the resale market. And
Get
with
to see that shiny toy, Justin Herbert, highest paid player in football, come on into Lambeau Field.
But where does the
is
first
it
one
cliched to say, how about the first one I'm most excited for? This one coming up on Sunday?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how many people vote that as their most excited game or most anticipated game on the schedule. You just have to listen after Match Diamond stops by to find out.
Oh, teasing it.
Talk to him about strategy, though. He's in.
Yeah,
he's going to be in. He's actually breaking his own rule because rules are meant to be broken, Butchie.
True.
And join in the fantasy league. We're a big fan of that with Match Diamond. He did take some shots at you boys though yesterday. He was a little
that's fine.
A little disappointed you were talking potentially behind his back on joining the fantasy league.
Well, it wasn't behind his back. It's just that he wasn't here.
We'll
talk to him tomorrow.
We'll do the same thing tomorrow when he's on our show. Hey, Matt, here's everything we said not to your face. That we'd like to say to your face now.
I like that.
Yes, it's in a PDF, and we've transcribed it. And here's an air check. Do with this as you want.
And we can send it to you because you have an iPhone. So,
are you guys going to talk about Jaden Reed getting stuck with a $15,000 dinner bill?
Just might have to. And one of my favorite wrestling intros, Kurt Angle made an appearance on college football's game last night in a very interesting fashion.
No kidding.
How about that?
Oh.
There you go.
Also, AEW, Josh, fired CM Punk after a fight in London.
Yeah, they did.
It's like his third fight backstage he's had, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of people are trying to figure out, what's the truth, what's the actual truth going on there, and it's
like if it's a work or not.
Well, or who's really at fault? Was this truly just on CM Punk? Was there more going on that we don't know? Because at this point, we haven't heard CM Punk's side of the story.
No, he likes sharing his side of the story.
That's true.
Kuhn, great to have you part of the Fantasy League. Thank you very much for that. We'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock. What? I'm powering past the sale here. Just assuming the sale and working on the details.
There. Yeah.
All right. Coming up 9 to noon is next Billy and Kuhn. Thanks for listening, boys. Great show this morning. Have a good Monday or Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow.